Good morning. All right, so something's happening now. Okay, looking at this little bit of a drop right now. All right, so first of all, I want to address yesterday's price action because it was the title of my video was Value Area Sweep. I was watching. We had the overnight session here. That we had a P profile. We were hitting that call wall, and then we started pulling back. And I said that if we accept inside value, we're gonna see value area low, and that this was gonna be support. And it was so quick. It was literally like, we started getting in there as I was talking, and then it was like boom, swept through value, and then I spoke about a look below and fell around either the overnight low or the Friday's low, and this is exactly what we got. We took this lows and then we ripped higher. We ended up making attempting to break here but couldn't, and then we ended up making new all-time highs, almost getting to that target of 76.35. We ended up closing inside Friday's range, and then overnight session we again tried breaking these lows. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 lows right here now, 5 if you count this one, and shorts were squeezed. They failed to take this low, leaving a pretty weak low right here, and then swept again through this whole range, and we were just holding around this 75.95 point of control, and now we're seeing some sellers show up. So this area is going to be key, obviously, right? I mentioned strong support because of this low volume node, also the monthly and the weekly pivots. So watching this area for the next few days until either breaks or it fails to break, but very important area right now. Even if we break it, there's a chance that we break it and then we come back above it. So these are gonna be important areas to watch. If we fail again, like I said yesterday, if we fail to hold it, then this area is gonna be the target. Everybody's seeing this. This is a pretty obvious area. So there's gonna be either we're gonna get there pretty quickly, or we're gonna not be able to get here easily because everybody's piling up into this short, right? So for today, right in the middle, I don't want to be doing anything. I want to wait for either to get to one of these extremes and then see if we can get back to the middle. If we fail to break either lower or higher, or wait for the next hour until the IB gets established, and then see if we can either play breakouts or back to the middle. So that's all there is for today. Either this is gonna break out or we're gonna keep coming back to that 75.96. It's very simple but not easy, because how do you know when it's gonna keep going or when it's not, right? So we have to look at if we get to this low, for example, we want to see volatility rising, we want to see ticks negative, we want to see D internals showing bearishness, we want to see deltas negative, we want to hear the tick strike signaling bearish flow. So all of that combined is what's gonna give us the signal. And ideally, we want to see more volume coming in, and for a strong break, you want to see something like this, right? Like you want to see a push with thin volume, and then start seeing volume above the push or below the push in this case. And same thing for the upside, right? Today we also have jolts at 10 a.m. if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check, but yeah, US jolts job openings at 10 a.m. We're still getting headlines from Iran, so keep an eye on that. And Q yesterday almost got to that 30,700, missed it by a few ticks. And now we have a new bullish imbalance at 3850. By the way, I didn't mention also we have a new bullish imbalance on ES at 7652. But NQ also has this weekly pivot that's gonna act as support. So same thing, and you have these 3 lows. If you count the overnight sessions, also we have a bunch of 4 lows that could be taken, and we could grab some liquidity there, and then squeeze some shorts or come back into that 30,000 area. Crude yesterday with the news took these highs, but held below that 21 EMA, coming back to that 20 point of control, 20-day point of control at 91. So this is the return to the mean, 91. And same thing with gold, that's holding that 45.60 area. Like I keep saying, I keep showing this, I keep pointing to this area. Eventually, if we get a break to the upside, that's gonna be the target, 47.40. That's about it. All right, good luck for today.